2013 Holistic Health Expo at Delaware Park, Marcy Casino. The Western New York Drum Circle is behind us.
They got a good beat.
They do, and we've got the Albright Knox on the side of us. We got Hoyt
On the
Lake,
left of us.
Hoyt Lake behind us, Rose Garden, and the History Building, Historical Society. I'm sorry, it's so hard to concentrate. We're just having so much fun dancing. But we want to welcome you to another edition of Health Matters
And Health Focus.
because we're a crossover show, and we're crossing over to the drum and beating up the drum, having a great time. Wish you were here with us, but you know what? Even if you missed it, we're going to go around and interview so many people to help to bring you the information that gives you power to have a healthy life. And before we get started, we want to thank our sponsors,
Wings Flights of Hope,
and Western New York Imaging Group, and Maddie Mattress
and more.
Mattress and more. Come on over, let's go drumming and dancing.
Woo.
And as busy as Jill is, she is taking time out to talk to us. Jill, congratulations on organizing the second annual Holistic Health Expo. This is just incredible.
Well, thank you, Anna. We are absolutely thrilled to be here at the Marcy Casino at Delaware Park, and it is a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful event with so many vendors, all offering different various tools, healing tools. It's a day of fun, interaction, education, and we're just grateful to have the opportunity to present to the community all the great things that we have to share.
And it's so wonderful. You're doing it right in the heart of Buffalo. Last year you did it at the Erie Canal, the Inner Canal, which was beautiful. And now today we're at Hoyt Lake with the backdrop of the History Museum, the Albright Knox, the Marcy Casino. You filled the top, the bottom, outside, inside.
Yes, we did.
You are a pretty amazing
we did.
woman.
Well, thank you. I'm working with some pretty amazing people, so that makes the difference. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with all these beautiful people they're really here because they have a strong desire to help people to learn to live a healthy, fulfilling life. And I have to give a big shout out to Magnolia Events because they have been absolutely fabulous.
Yes.
They have just met and exceeded everything for us. So we're grateful to be in this beautiful,
So that's part of the
section.
reason why it just feels so peaceful and wonderful here with all these holistic practitioners, which you are one of them.
That I am. I am a RN holistic certified holistic healthcare provider. I do a lot of energy work. I work with chakras to balance them. I do Reiki, a lot of work with essential oils and aroma touch, as well as some life coaching, health life coaching. And I also work with daycare centers and school-age programs, helping them to stay healthy throughout Western New York.
Wow, reaching our children, which is so important.
It truly is. If we can get down to the children, get them while they're young and instill in them and help them to learn to live a healthy lifestyle, feed themselves correctly, take good care of their bodies, get plenty of rest, all those things that help us to, live a happy and fulfilled life and without disease to worry about.
Yep.
It's really prevention. Prevention is the key, and this is kind of what we're about here. For those who are having problems dealing with any kind of disease or illness, we certainly have ways of helping you to deal with that. But then we also have ways of teaching you how to better take care of yourself, so down the road you are not dealing with, healthcare problems as well.
And isn't it nice to think about doing things, both your mind, your body, your spirit, to help to have good energy all the time and not wait until a crisis comes in, because all of it matters when we're talking about holistic, mind, body, and spirit.
It truly is. It's mind, body, spirit, and you can go further. You can go with emotions. You can go with your environment. You can go with your relationships. They all work together. We can't separate any of these things out of our lives. So what we do as holistic providers is work to help the person deal with all those areas in their lives, so that way they can maintain their health and, you know, be a benefit to those around them and have some energy to get things done. And I know a lot about energy, let me tell you.
She's like the ever-ready bunny rabbit, going, 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 going.
That it feels that way.
Yeah.
I've been working on this expo for quite some time, and I'm just so grateful that it came together so beautifully today. And I'm also working on a couple other projects outside of this, that some holistic wellness centers that we'll be talking about down the road.
Well, I'm following you on Facebook so that I can stay informed and know that all the amazing things that you're doing. And I thank you for bringing me into your inner circle so that we could be a blessing to so many of our viewers that are watching to learn about how to get proactive with your life. Because if you keep on doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you always had. So this is the day where we learn about all kinds of different modalities, different things that we could do to get proactive in our life, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yes, ma'am. And again, Anna, I thank you very much for all of your time and commitment that you've invested in helping make this day happen. It's a beautiful thing. And yeah, please find me on Facebook. And, you know, keep up with what's going on. Definitely.
The Pulse of Buffalo. No, Pulse of Western New York.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Hey, here we are again at the Holistic Health Expo, and what a beautiful day again. I'm here with Linda Sahaki, and she has the Gem Essence. Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Linda?
I sure can. I have a website, channelessence.com, and I make gem essence. The gems impart their energy into the water, healing us on all levels. It'll work on physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional levels, and they're gifts from the Creator, so nobody can be allergic, so they're just wonderful healing tools. And I feel very privileged to be able to make these. I make them in a solar cross medicine wheel, and to offer them to healers as just an enhancement.
So how did this come about? I mean, with the Gem Essence and things like that.
Just, I think through studying, and I honestly believe that's what I came here to do. I recently have been certified as an alchemist with the International Alchemy Guild, which I'm very, happy. The program was beautiful, but everything sort of fell in together. I read a book about the medicine wheel by Donata Ahern, who's local, wonderful book, and everything just fell in for me. And I do think that's what I'm here to do, just make tools for healers.
Right. And for those of you out there who don't know what alchemy is, that was an old word for chemistry, chemist, right? Like a druggist, a pharmacist.
It's like a druggist, but spiritual as well. Half spiritual, half laboratory. So it's just a wonderful thing, and I do believe it's my calling. I think my contract was to do that.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Tell us briefly about Organi.
Organe is Willem Reich in the 30s. He had a lot of theories. He wanted to help people with cancer. He was very misunderstood. His work was destroyed. And what Organi is, it's a resin with layers of organic and inorganic material. And when it's compressed, we can direct the energy with coils. I work with Kathy Hanley, a partner in our company, Bioenergetic Organi. And we feel there's a potential for helping with all sorts of illness, help with sleep. It removes the negative, increases the positive, and gets rid of all the stuff from the microwave and the computers that we have too much of today. Puts out a positive life force, and who doesn't need that, right?
Right. And here we have Jennifer Grassi.
Gracia.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Hello. Tell us a little bit about, is it Heaven and Earth? Or
No.
you are a sound
Healer.
Tell us a little bit about that. Very interesting.
I'm the owner of the Healing Heart. Sound healing is basically another energetic tool that we can use to change our current vibrational state with actually using the frequency and vibration of sound and pitch. So it would change what we are experiencing on a physical, emotional, or spiritual level.
So in other words, like when you hear a good song, it makes you feel good. Like Beach Boys, good vibrations.
Definitely. But this goes even deeper than just a great song that's uplifting. This is the energy behind certain pitches. Energy travels at certain speeds, and that speed, we have certain speeds of energy that we're currently working with inside of us. and the energy of the sound can transform our own energy.
Wow, that is really interesting. I never knew that. So that's kind of like what when you listen to music, so similar to that, right?
Yes, very similar, very similar. This just goes on a deeper level.
So that's sound energy, right? So it makes you feel so good, and you can, like some people, associate a song with a good time or whatever. So, that makes a lot of sense. I was wondering, how I would, plug this in, but it's really amazing.
And it coincides with the work that Linda does as well, because as energy workers and healers, we seek to transform and help people heal on different levels. And this is ways to do that.
Well, it's so interesting, and I'm learning so much at this Health Expo. And I want to thank Linda, and I want to thank Jennifer for coming to join me and talking about these fascinating subjects. And you can learn more also. I've been waiting for this interview. I've heard so much about face fitness. And here to tell me about it, because I'm really anxious to know, is Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Michelle?
Awesome. Face Fitness Skincare has been in existence for over 20 years, and we've kind of devised and developed a program. It's a treatment program, kind of like your skin gym regimen. We work with transforming skin. We first try to get skin healthy. That's number one. And then it's kind of like a personal trainer where we kind of push it and try to work towards transformation. Transformation would mean working with color, texture, hydration, just an overall glow. So we're all about getting you going and glowing.
Oh, I like that. Going and glowing and get to the gym fitness, right?
You got it, yes.
And we have two here. We have Kathy. And you work along with Michelle?
Yes, I've been with Face Fitness Skincare for 5 years, and we make an awesome team. I also do skincare treatments, and we also do great analysis. So if you have questions, concerns about your skin, we're here primarily to give you that coaching advice to help you to figure out where you want to start and how to get to the finish line with your skin.
That is great. I just love the whole concept of it. And we were talking before the show about adult acne, and that's kind of like, a touchy subject, but a lot of us are in that same boat. And you could really help like someone do that, or, that chronically suffers, with blemishes and things like that. How would you do that?
Well, basically, we're trained in advanced skin analysis. What that means, advanced skin analysis, is we look at not just the skin, but we look at the type, we look at heritage, we look at lifestyle, we look at lipid peroxidation, meaning the lipids in the skin, we look at diffuse redness. There's a lot of things that go into deciding what type of treatment or what type of program you may need to be in. So once we do that advanced analysis, we come up with some answers. And when we get these answers, it's all about empowering and giving the individual the information that they need to empower them to know what to do and not to do. So there's a lot of do's and don'ts in regards to proper care, as well as your well-being from head to toe, not just from, the face up, but...
Right, so it's holistic, your whole mind, body, and soul.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you, Kathy, you work along with Michelle in these things to assist her. Do you do the treatments, or how is it exactly with what you do?
Actually, Michelle and I have the exact same training. We are both professional licensed estheticians, though I'm also been teaching aesthetics for 5 years, so I bring a lot of science. She brings a lot of hands-on experience. So we do exactly the same thing. We help you to reach your skincare goals by proper skin analysis, creating a treatment plan, and then helping you to implement that.
Where were you when I was a teenager? I could have used something like this, It's just great. Yes. So, when you hear Face Fitness in the gym, I thought, what do they do? Put you through calisthenics? Do they put you through exercise? You do that, something like that, with that. But it's just amazing what you could do now. There's so much more advances, right?
Exactly.
Right, exactly. To help. And I heard that your spa is just gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
Working in it, we've had it feng shuied so that the energy flows. We've also created an environment in which it's very nurturing and very calming and relaxing and restorative. So it's a full experience. The full experience means from the moment you walk through the doors, it's kind of decompressing, and then we have private treatment rooms in which we're giving you that one-on-one attention that is needed, as well as the service and treatment to back it up.
That's just awesome. Wonderful. Oh, well, I'm so glad that you have Face Fitness. And it was so nice talking to both of you, Michelle and Kathy. And thank you, for being here today with us. And you know what? I'm going to pay you a visit.
Sounds great.
All right.
Looking forward to seeing you. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming, and I wanted to share ways of how to turn problems into possibilities. So what do I mean when I say that? We all have problems in our lives. If we live in a body on planet Earth, we all have problems. There's no way that we could not have problems. Life is filled with challenges. But I love the Charles Swindoll quote that says, life is 10%, only 10% of what's actually happening. It's 90% of how we're reacting or responding to every situation. So what does that mean? That means that something happens in our lives and we have a choice of how to react or respond to it. And how do we get that choice? Well, most of the time as human beings, we go around on automatic all the time. We're like, I call it judging, assessing machines. We're judging, assessing all the time. So how do we start to change what we're thinking? Is by notice what we're thinking. That's like one of the very first fundamentals of absolute positive change. What I did was I brought some cartoons with me. I'm not your average presenter. When I present, I love to bring cartoons, and this is my favorite one. It's a doctor who's sitting over his patient, and he's saying, well, we finally figured out what's wrong with you. You're allergic to your own negative thinking. I'm going to have these available for you so that you can take them afterwards. And also, if you email me, I can send you a whole packet of inspirational quotes and the different comic strips that I use. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we're bad or we're wrong or we're doing? No, it just means that we're human beings. We're human beings. And thoughts go through our minds like crazy, and our thoughts create our reality. They create our reality. Thoughts become things. You've probably heard many famous authors, I'm not so famous, maybe in my own little local niche, but famous authors who talk about that. Our thoughts become things. So how do we start to know? Well, before I even say that, let me just point out one thing right here, is how do I know that this is true? Because stop right now and think about what you're thinking about. Some of you already made up your mind about me, even in the parking lot, even though I was maybe not as pleasant as could be trying to get in here. We see something, but you made up a positive thought about it. Something happens, you make up either a negative thought or a positive thought, and then if we're not aware of it, we automatically just run around or create our situations as such without even realizing that our thoughts are controlling us. But when we stop and we go, oh, like right now, think about, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking, oh, why did I sit here? I could be over at Laughter Yoga where Karen Kolarski is. Darn, I wanted to be there with her too. Or are you thinking, oh, this is sounding pretty cool. I'm glad I came here. Well, no matter what it is that you're thinking, will be your experience of this. See, you get to choose. You don't have to be. There's no victims. I love the statement that says there's no victims in life, only volunteers. So you get to choose how you're looking at every situation, right? Relationships, problems. Why are they problems? Because human beings are involved in them. Don't we get mad at our mother, our sister, our brother, our wives, our husbands, our relatives, our friends, because they do or say something that we're not happy about? And what do? Our automatic thinking kicks in and goes, how dare her talk to me like that? But when you notice it, you go, oh, there's that thinking again. You have the opportunity to do this. The second point is let it float in and let it float right back out again. You know, Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer say, what you resist persists. So you have to be really careful because you don't want to fight your